Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into our favourite side handles at each price point. While this video is going to feature exclusively SmallRig side handles, this video is not sponsored by SmallRig. Instead, it is sponsored by Photo Warehouse. If you live in New Zealand like me and would like to support more informative videos like this one, please consider making your next purchase from Photo Warehouse, as your support of Photo Warehouse helps Photo Warehouse support me. But to start things off, let's get one thing very clear. To use a side handle with your camera, you are most likely going to need a cage for your camera as a point to attach your handle to. There are a few connection methods worth considering. 2 1/4" screws, ARRI or NATO, each of which will require a cage to have the correct mount in the desired location, though you can also purchase a NATO rail to give you a NATO connection point on a spot that has 2 spare 1/4" holes. As far as pros and cons of mounting go, 2 1/4" feels the most secure, NATO is the quickest and easiest to add or remove, and ARRI sits somewhere in the middle, though my personal preference is NATO and I've never had any concerns about connection reliability with it. Next up, you want to check to see if your handle is made for the left or right hand side of your camera. I wouldn't recommend getting a right hand handle unless you've already got a left hand one, but you might be lucky enough that your desired handle is universal, meaning that it can go on either side of your rig. Though do note, ergonomically, non-universal handles are more likely to be better designed for their required side. And if you're in need of even more, it's worth paying attention to things like cold shoe and 1/4" holes on your handle if you'd like to attach even more accessories to your rig. But we have jumped a little too far ahead, when the first question you should ask yourself is, why would you need a side handle? And I feel like there are 2 answers: transportation and stability. Transportation is obvious. If you're constantly on the move, shifting your camera around a lot, then a dedicated, purpose-made grip can only help. Stability, though, depends a little more on your shooting style. There are some major advantages to shooting handheld. We're not going to go into all of those in this video, but if you'd like to unlock the speed of handheld shooting without giving up too much on stability, a more secure contact with your camera is required. See, handheld stability comes from a comfortable amount of pressure applied in 2 opposing directions. So you could consider a top handle, which works well if your rig is heavy enough or if you have a way to firmly apply downwards pressure to create stability. But if your shooting style features more panning or sideways movement, then a side handle or 2 is most likely a better option. Adding a handle on the opposite side of your camera's grip is the best way of creating that opposing pressure, resulting in a more stable shot. Finally, the last thing you'll need to consider before buying any camera accessories is what it might prevent you from using. For example, does your desired handle prevent you from fully accessing your 3-way tilt screen, or maybe the mounting style you would like actually results in blocking off a port you like to access regularly? And the best way to be sure about this is to pop into your local Photo Warehouse with your camera and cage and have a test fit. But now let's get into the handles themselves. We'll start with the cheapest and work our way up. And to make things easier, instead of you trying to remember the long-winded name of each of these handles, if you just pay attention to the product code SmallRig gives to each of them, that will make tracking down your desired handle that much easier. The cheapest of this video is the mini side handle with ARRI style anti-twist mount. This little beast hides its Allen key in the base, features 3 1/4" holes on top plus 4 neck strap slots, which is useful as this handle is universal in which side of your camera it can mount to, plus it is adjustable in height, which is great for when you want to put your rig down and have it sit level. Next we have the aluminum side handle with NATO clamp. This handle features 3 1/4" holes and the cold shoe port on top. It's bigger and heavier and is available as either NATO or ARRI style connection, though while this handle is definitely more durable and featured than the last handle, I personally found the mini side handle a little more comfortable with its grip. The foldable side handle is actually a great little secret weapon. It has 2 1/4" holes and a cold shoe on top, and that's about it. It's not really universal, you can't adjust its height, but where this handle rocks is in its size and compactness. For those of you who might like to add and remove handles a lot while filming, this foldable side handle fits quickly in a pocket. Easy to unfold and connect, plus still feels great. And I think it would actually make a perfect second handle for box cameras, as mounting it can actually be done with one hand with a bit of practice while holding your rig with your main handle. The wooden universal side handle might just be the most comfortable handle in this video, and its wooden grip is very nice and unique, featuring 2 1/4-inch holes and a 3/8 inch hole alongside a cold shoe and its tool all on the top. Straight out of the box, the 2 mounting screws might feel a little tight for space near your thumb, but once you adjust the height to suit your hand, this is definitely not an issue. Finally, we finish on the universal rotating NATO side handle. Now, this is the most expensive of all these handles, but for good reason, as I also feel it is the best. It has my favourite connection type of the NATO clamp, and it also comes with a NATO rail to mount to your cage to unlock a few more mounting locations. It has the tool on the bottom, 3 1/4-inch holes, 1 ARRI mount on top, 1 cold shoe, 3 neck strap loops, but its biggest advantage over all the other handles is when you need to film high or low. This handle rotates and locks in place with the press and release of a thumb trigger, meaning you can keep a perfectly comfortable grip at any angle. Now that just covers our favourite 5. There are even more options to consider, or like I said, maybe a top handle might be more to your style. But if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, or better yet, if you live in New Zealand, pop along to your local photo warehouse and have a chat. If you'd like to know the prices of each of these handles, please check out the links down below. My name's Thomas Busby. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting subscribe, but otherwise, until next time.